there, let's have some story time. Have you ever been in a situation where you're in a group of people and somebody says something truly shitty, they're an awful person, and yet nobody says anything? Even though you can blatantly tell that not everyone agrees with what was just said, they just nod and smile and say yes? What's up with that? Bullshit herd mentality. A lot of people are so afraid of not being liked, of not being popular, of having their own opinion, that they will go along with just about anything. It just goes to show that you don't have to be nice to be well liked or popular. You just have to have a lot of yay-sayers who don't actually agree with you but are too afraid to lose your approval to say something that's messed up. I'm going to tell you about one such instance that happened to me in my life. I was in high school, my senior year, and the entire school had been called into the auditorium for like a presentation. You know how auditoriums are like movie theaters with steps, and on each step there's a new row, and it goes all the way to the top, and then there's like a stage area at the bottom so that everyone can see who's presenting? I was sitting in the middle seat in the middle row by myself. I was so bored. It was one of those, I was technically awake, but not really. Like, my body was questioning whether or not I had some sort of torture wish, because why the fuck was I awake? I had not had enough sleep. So I was basically a zombie in autopilot mode. I was just sitting there minding my own business, praying that this shit would last forever, so that I didn't have to go to my classes. Yeah. Anyways, this girl comes and sits down next to me with her friend on the other side of her. This girl happened to be in my class, in my core class, as in we were in the same year, we had a bunch of classes together, so I knew who she was. We didn't really know each other though. We never really talked. It was more of a, we happened to be in the same place at the same time a lot of the time, but you don't actually know my last name, and the only time we talk is when we say hi, basically. This was one of the well-liked girls, one of the popular girls. Anyways, I'm just sitting there, zombie, when all of a sudden she starts talking to me. I was surprised. So she goes, hey, and I'm like, hi, and she continues, see that girl down there? And she's pointing at a girl who just walked into the auditorium, and that's down at the stage area. And I'm like, yeah, I had never seen that girl before, ever. She goes, yeah, she's new here, she's from my town, she's known as the community dump. I was baffled. That's putting it mildly. That was not something that I was expecting to hear when I was sitting there just minding my own business. Like, I was, not in a million years would I have thought that that would be like a conversation or anything that I would have to deal with that day. Or ever, really. So my face went, and I go, what? Totally shocked. Totally, what the fuck? What did you just say to me? What the hell was that? She didn't really read it that way though. She didn't see my face as a what the fuck. She saw it more as a, ooh, do tell me more, you interesting person. Tell me more about this titillating topic of conversation. So she continued. Yeah, she slept with everyone. Like, I know her because she's from my town and she's a total slut, a dirty slut. Like, there's nobody that hasn't tapped that. I was unbelievably infuriated. I was enraged. What the fuck? First of all, it's the 21st century. Women having sex does not make them sluts. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Just makes me so angry. There's a girl who's trying to get a new start at a new school, and there's like the one asshole from her town who's like gonna preemptively fuck up her life. Like, what the hell? Second of all, my good opinion lost is not of that girl, it's of the asshole who just told me that. I have no words. What the hell? So I was just... And I looked away, because what do you respond to that? She was totally baffled. She was so surprised that I didn't take that well. I don't understand where she got it from that that would be a fabulous icebreaker, but she was so surprised that it wasn't. And that made me lose faith in humanity just a little bit. Because for her to think that that was okay, for her to be a terrible person like that, to say shit like that about people behind their backs, or to say it at all, makes me feel like, okay, you've had a lot of herd shitty people who's just gone, oh yes. And other people who think that that's just fabulous conversation. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? It was just astonishing to me. Astonishing. I have no words. What the hell? Have you ever suddenly been accosted with shit like that? Have you ever heard people talk like that and nobody said anything besides you, and it's like, what the hell is wrong with humanity? Why do you think this is okay, you terrible, terrible person? Do tell me about it in the comments below. It's gonna be an interesting read. If you like that video, then give it a like and share it with your friends and total strangers on the internet, because sharing is caring. If you're not a subscriber of mine, click the subscribe button to become a mustache, a citizen of the mustache kingdom. Haha, it's fabulous. Clickable around my face are my regulars and more story time. Check that out. Like, how insignificant and uninteresting do you have to think your own life is to think that, oh, the only way for my life to actually be interesting is to talk shit about other people? I just... It really goes to show that you don't have to be a nice person to be well-liked or popular. You just have to have a lot of assholes who don't have the balls to say you're an asshole when you say shitty things like that. What the hell?